Hi, I am Dr. KKJOHAN, and today this will be my brand message for the Brand Laureates Brand Talk. How to stay resilient during bad and difficult times. Brand resilience for brand recovery to brand ascendancy. Do you have a great brand strategy for recovery? What are your plans, your roadmap to recovery? When your brand is under attack, when your brand is under pressure, when your brand is undermined, never underestimate your brand. Let me share with you the power of the 4-letter words that keeps me going and gives me the resilience to stay on until today. It is not what you think of or thinking of. Don't let your imagination run wild. What do you think is the 4 letters word? It spells as K-E-E-P. The word is keep. Keep inspiring, keep aspiring, and keep excelling in branding. We use the word keep every day in our conversation, sometimes numerous times, and yet we don't realize the importance and the significance of it. We have always been told to keep our focus, keep track of matters, keep on practicing if we want to excel and keep our monies or to earn our keep. But today, I want to tell you to keep branding in order to keep your brand alive. If you want your brand to be strong and successful and to build a great brand legacy. In branding, you cannot keep still. If not, you will lose your market share and business, or you will not be able to meet up with your customers' demand or stay ahead of competitors. You just have to keep branding, keep branding, keep branding, because branding creates value. Let me give you an illustration, taking the example of Usain Bolt, the world's fastest runner, who won 9 Olympic gold medals and is also the winner of the Brand Laureates Legendary Awards. Usain trains every day, rain or shine, to build his stamina and strength and perfect the art of running. Do you think that Usain Bolt would ever be the #1 athlete if he did not keep to his routine of practice, practice, practice? You just have to keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing, because practice makes perfect. What about your brand? Does it keep on practicing branding every day so that it can be the first to reach the finishing line? Is it agile and have enough energy to turn the tide when it is under siege and loses its leadership position? Brand must be able to sustain their momentum even if they are being attacked. A strong brand is one that can bounce back after facing setbacks. It may not be in the same space, but in another segment. The ability to rise and make a comeback, to stay on in business, reflects the brand's resilience and tenacity. Last session, I spoke about Kodak and how the 132-year-old brand went downhill when it refused to acknowledge the transformation that was sweeping the photography sector. From manual photographic films, which Kodak had the market share, the industry shifted to digital cameras, and that led to Kodak's downfall because they could not respond to market changes and customers' needs. Today, we analyze the story of another iconic brand that was the leader in its industry but lost its leadership positioning because it could not keep with the rapid changes in technology, and that affected its inability to meet customers' expectation. Do you know which brand I'm talking about? Do you? It's Nokia, a household name in mobile phone during the heydays before the advent of smartphones. Nokia was the global leader in GSM handset and GSM mobile networks and during the early 1990s to 2000, the Nokia mobile phone was the market leader. Whenever you mention mobile phone, then the brand Nokia comes to mind. Such is the power of Nokia's massive brand awareness and strong brand equity. Nokia Corporation was founded in Finland 155 years ago as a pulp and paper mill manufacturers. It then moves on to telecommunications. Nokia created history when the first GSM call was made in 1991 using Nokia equipment. Rapid success in the mobile phone sectors allowed Nokia to become the best-selling brand in the world by 1998. At its peak in 2000, Nokia business turnover accounted for 4% of Finland GDP and overtook Motorola to become the best-selling phone by manufacturing more than 100 million mobile phones. Nokia phones were competitively priced. It catered to everyone, especially the youth, with its fashionable and replaceable back cover handset. Nokia CEO Jorma Ollila was the man who pushed the brand to become the largest mobile phone manufacturer in the world during that period of 1988 until 2007. Revenue increased from 6.5 billion euro in 1996 to 31 billion euro in 2001. With such great success in mobile phone, the brand then moved on into the smartphone segment. And then things took a downturn for Nokia. Nokia was stunned by its customers switching to Apple and the popularity of iPhone. When Apple launched its first iPhone in 2007, it drove customers into frenzy with its strong branding, creating an unprecedented hype among techies and customers at large. Steve Jobs, the face of Apple brand, played a pivotal role in creating the demand for iPhone. iPhone's popularity was due largely in part by the persona of Steve Jobs and the culture that he has managed to create, with the younger generation fell for it. Every launch of new iPhone will see customers queuing outside Apple stores. Some don't even mind camping overnight at the store so that they can be the first to purchase it and own it. Such was the desirability of the Apple brand then. What led Nokia's customers to switch to another smartphone brands? What can we learn from the Nokia story? Number one, the system was not user-friendly. Nokia operating system Symbian was its downfall. It was becoming outdated and difficult for developers to create new innovations as compared to Apple's iOS and Android, which was more technologically advanced and user-friendly. Samsung and Sony Ericsson then adopted Android as its operating system for its smartphone and moved on to capture market share. Together with Apple, they pushed Nokia's smartphone into the abyss. I'm sure you would ask, why didn't Nokia shift to Android then? Well, a bit of history. Nokia co-founded Symbian Limited and later in 2008 acquired it. During the heydays in the 1990s, Nokia and Symbian were the largest smartphone hardware and software maker respectively. Secondly, the leadership was not strong and dynamic enough. The leadership behind the brand is important to drive the brand's success. Steve Jobs' presence and persona had a tremendous impact on the brand. He was the tech icon, much admired and respected for his knowledge and business acumen. Every great brand has a great leader, the face behind it. Virgin has Richard Branson. Alibaba has Jack Ma. Tesla has Elon Musk. Facebook has Mark Zuckerberg. Amazon has Jeff Bezos. The brand L'Oreal has Dr. KKJOHAN, that's me. What about your brand? Do they know it is you who is the face behind it? How to build brand loyalty if they don't know to whom the brand is related to? What about Nokia? Nokia, the brand, has a presence, but the face behind the brand was not felt. Yoma could not gather the same attraction and attention as Steve, Jack, and Mark, even though he brought Nokia brands to be the #1 brand then. I posted a question just to find out how many people know the face behind Nokia brands. Do you know? Most of them replied, I don't know. Do you? For a brand to be great, it must have a strong leadership, the persona, and the stand-out personality behind the brand image. While a brand may have the best product and features, a strong brand leadership that inspires would help boost the brand better and provides the winning cutting edge. Number 3, the innovation was not competitive enough. They lost the competitive edge. Brand must innovate to stay relevant. Understand that consumers are always looking out for new things. So as a brand, you must innovate to stay relevant and meet their desires. And most important, change is necessary. Change is inevitable. Change is advancement. Change is progress. Brand must be able to shift and adapt to new changes quickly. In the past few years, we have seen so many changes. Everything is changing. Everything changes, especially in the technological advancement. Change is so fast and so aggressive. You just have to keep up with the change or die. And then in 2013, before Nokia was acquired by Microsoft, Nokia CEO ended his famous speech by saying, we didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost. Nokia didn't do anything wrong in their business, but the world has changed too fast. Their opponents were too aggressive. Nokia then sold its smartphone segment to Microsoft in 2014. In 2016, the Nokia brand re-entered the mobile handset market through a licensing agreement with HMD Global, allowing them to offer phones under the Nokia brand. And this time, Nokia is adopting the Android operating system. But it will take a long climb before they can regain their glory. They need to fight against formidable opponents like Apple, Samsung, Huawei, Oppo, and Xiaomi. The market is just too hyper-competitive now. The good news is all is not lost. In smartphone defeat, Nokia moved on to network solution and eventually rise up to become the second largest 5G network equipment supplier in the world after Huawei. Now, if you remember from my last session on Kodak, Kodak had the technology for digital camera, but they did not use it because they were contented with what they had. They did not foresee the power of change. Interesting and sad, isn't it? How many other brands do you know went downhill because of the inability to innovate and keep pace with market changes? That is why in business, we must always keep a lookout for new ideas to stay on track. If not, we will lose out to other brands whose new product may be more attractive and desirable. Understand that consumers are always looking out for new things and new products. Keep innovating. Keep innovating. Keep innovating. Innovation brings success. Remember this, business changes, but the brand remains. The business model, the business strategy, even the product may change, can change, but not the brand. For Nokia, all is not lost. or it's not gone, or it's not over. Nokia is still the brand to beat in the industry. Nokia is still a strong and respected brand. While Nokia may have lost its leadership in the smartphone segment, it was able to shift and to transform to become the second largest 5G network equipment supplier in the world. Why is that so? Because it has built a brand that has strong brand equity. You can change the product, the packaging, but not the brand. The means, the mode, the methods all can change, but the brand remains strong. How strong is your brand? The brand is the essence and the heart of the business. Until today, the Nokia brand is still a force to be reckoned with. What did Nokia do to last until now? For the past 155 years, it has built a strong brand foundation and brand values and create a strong brand legacy. That is why it could turn around the negative into positive and turn it around for good. Nokia has the brand resilience. Down but not out. Failure is not fatal and final. Learn from your mistake to improve on it. Make a strong comeback. I know that some of you may be going through what Nokia had gone through in their business. Nokia may have lost in the smartphone battle. However, it was resilience of the brand that enables them to move into the infrastructure and network technology, and that has kept the brand going until today. They have shifted, transformed, and come back as the second largest network equipment supplier in the world. Soon, they will be number one again. What do you think? What can we learn from this? Don't give up on your brand. Have the resilience to stay on, the confidence to move on, and the strength to take on new challenges. The greatest brand lesson we all can learn from Nokia is to have resilience. Brand resilience for brand recovery to brand ascendancy. Nokia came out of it stronger, bigger, greater than ever. They collaborated with Siemens to form Nokia Siemens from 2007 to 2013 to build the network division. Today, Nokia Networks has footprint in over 120 countries, providing 5G technology and network services globally. Nokia was appointed by the Singapore government recently to be the country's 5G network operator, beating Huawei to it. Nokia resilience has enabled them to make a comeback in the network industry, the most important industry in today's world, one that controls the progress and the movement of all communities in the world. They are definitely more stronger now and have built a great name in their branding. The greatest question is, do you want to be the best in brand leadership? To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. Turn your worst to be your best. Let me close with a quote from Zig Ziglar. He says, you get what you focus on. So focus on what you want. I want you to know you have the ability to focus on what you want. Focus on your ability, your competency, and your strength. Your ability to drive change, your ability to create ideas, your ability to innovate, your ability to succeed. It is your ability that gives you the capacity and the capability to succeed. Yes, you can succeed, and you will succeed. This is the end of my message for today. I'm looking forward to the next session with you. I will be speaking on how to build your brand legacy for brand continuity. And let me leave you with this quote. Branding is never ending and brands never end. It only lasts. Be a Nokia and not a know-nothing brand. a resilient brand that survives the test of time. Be the best you can be.